Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to the class on English literature. I hope so far you are clear with the explanation that I have given you. We have completed paragraph up to 35. I hope you have understood and there is no doubt for you. If that is clear, we'll move on with the topic. Now remember, we are in the court where Duke is trying to change the decision of Shylock. Shylock is very adamant that he needs a 1 pound of flesh. Antonio is requesting to Shylock, but he doesn't listen. Now what happens? Now you will see the explanations that are given by Shylock. Why he needs the 1 pound of flesh. The previous class we had just gone through some part of it. Now we'll continue with it. The explanations that are given by Shylock. I hope you have understood so far. So let's move on with the class. What if my house be troubled with a rat? Which means if my house is troubled because of the rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned. But when my house is troubled with the if my house is disturbed with the rats, what happens? It is my pleasure. If I be pleased, it means it is my pleasure to spend 10,000 ducats to have it banned, means poisoned. So it is my pleasure, it is my desire. What are you? Answer that. So have you got the answer? Now what happens? Shylock is telling the reason why he needs the 1 pound of flesh, or he is not bound to give any answer for it, and he has got some more reasons to prove his statement. Some men there are love not a gaping pig. Gaping pig means roasted head of the pig. There are some people who do not like the roasted head of a pig. For some that are mad if they behold a cat. Behold a cat means there are some people who go mad, who go violent when they see a cat. And others, when the bagpipe sings, I the nose cannot contain. Bagpipe means a musical instrument. So what happens? There are some people who do not like the noise of the musical instrument called bagpipe. So he's giving some reason. There are some people who do not like the roasted head of the pig. There are some people who do not like the cat. There are some people who do not like the sound made by the bagpipe. And he makes a statement there, for affection mistress of passion. It means affection is the ruler of our passion, means our emotion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. Loathes means dislike. So what does it tell here? It means that the affection means our personal inclination is the ruler of our emotion, and that leads us to like or dislike something. So basically it is our personal inclination or affection. Affection means our personal inclination is the ruler of our emotions, and this particular personal inclination will lead us to like something or to dislike something. So remember that topic is very important, that particular line. For affection is the mistress of passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes or loathes. So our personal inclination is the ruler of our emotion, and it leads us to like something or dislike something. And now for your answer, as there is no firm reason to be rendered. So I do not have any definite reason to tell you why I need the 1 pound of flesh. Why he cannot avoid a gaping pig. So you ask the person who doesn't like the roasted head of the pig, why? He may not have a reason. Or why he a harmless necessary cat. Why a person doesn't like the cat. Or why a person doesn't like the sound of bagpipe. So it will say, if you ask them, they will tell they do not like that. So because that's the reason I said personal inclination is the ruler of our emotion that leads us to like or dislike something. So we ask a person, why you do not like the roasted head of the pig? He will say, I do not like. There is no particular reason to be. The simple reason is that I just do not like it. but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend himself being offended. I mean, he is coming to the point that when a person is offended, he will react in a particular manner to take revenge on the other person. When he is offended, now who is the person? When Shylock is offended, he will react in a particular manner that he must offend the other person. Simple means when you are beaten up by something, it is your natural tendency that you will give him back. The same manner, when he is offended, it is natural that he will take revenge on him, or he will try to repay by thus meaning the particular sin. But of force must yield to such inevitable shame, which means when a person is offended in a shameful manner, what happens? He will react, or he will take revenge on, or he will take revenge on the other person, or he will offend the other person. So can I give no reason, or I will not? So I do not like to give any reason, and I will not give any reason more than a lodged hate. Lodged hate means a deep-rooted hate and a certain loathing. Loathing means dislike I bear Antonio. Simple reason. Now he comes to a point that I have a deep-rooted hate towards him, and I have certain dislike towards him. But I bear Antonio. I have against Antonio a deep-rooted hatred and a certain dislike. So I will do it. But I follow thus a losing suit against him. So I am following this losing suit means a legal case in which Shylock is losing the money because he has to appoint the lawyer and everything. Are you answered? Have you got the proper reason? So because of my hate towards him, because of my disliking towards him, I am following this particular case in which I am losing the money. Are you answered? Have you got the answer? So once again, remember, Shylock tells all those reasons. When my house is troubled with the rat, it is my pleasure to spend 10,000 ducats to poison the rats, and it gives the reasons why people do not like the roasted head of the pig, why they do not like the cat, why they do not like the sound of the musical instrument, and it tells basic important point. Our personal inclination is the ruler of our emotion, and it leads us to like or dislike something. And he is continuing the same topic. He tells that if you ask a person why you do not like the roasted head of the pig, they will say they do not like. And it comes to a point that when I am offended, I will offend him back. That is the nature, that is the attitude of Shylock. And it tells that I have a deep-rooted hate towards him, and I have a strong dislike towards him. So I am following this particular case in which I am losing the money. Have you got my answer? I think it is clear for you. Please understand, this is a rather important paragraph. Now, Bassanio, this is no answer. This is not an answer. This is only a justification of the justification that you are giving. Now, unfeeling man. Unfeeling means a person who doesn't have any feeling. To excuse the current of that cruelty. Current means outpouring. Outpouring. This is only the outpouring of your hatred. Then Shylock tells in a simple manner, I am not bound to please thee with my answer. I am not here to please you, to make you happy with my answer. I am not bound. I am not here, or it is not my responsibility to make you happy with my answer. I am not bound to do that one. Bassanio, do all men kill the things they do not love? Again, Bassanio is trying to change the mind of Shylock by giving various statements, various incidents, but Shylock doesn't change. Bassanio is asking, do all men kill things they do not love? If you do not love a thing, will you go and kill it? If I do not like an elephant, will I go and kill the elephant? Or if I do not like a dog, will I go and kill the particular dog? Shylock hates any man the thing he would not kill. Then Shylock is asking, when you hate something, will you not go and kill it? The Bassanio tells every offense is not a hate at first. He tells every offense means every mistake should not lead to hatred. Okay. Shylock tells that when a person truly hates something, he will go and kill it. Bassanio tells every offense, every mistake should not lead to hatred. What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice? Will you allow a serpent to sting thee twice? The serpent is walking, and will you go and ask the serpent, please sting me? Once it did it, will you repeat the same action again? Now what happens? Now Antonius understood that now it is not going to work properly. Now what happens? Now since Antonio realized that it is useless to argue with the Shylock, what does he do? I pray you, think you question with the Jew. So I was telling the Jew, telling our Jew, remember, you are arguing with the Jew. It is totally useless. He is not going to change his mind. So there are some better things that can be done. There are some easier things that can be done other than arguing with the Jew. And what are those things? You may as well as go and stand upon the beach. It is better, instead of arguing with the Jew, it is better to go and stand on the beach and bid. It means ask the flood. Ask the flood. Bait means reduce its usual height. It will be better to go to the beach and ask the current, the tide, to reduce its usual height. What's the second thing? You may as well use question with the wolf, or you can argue with the wolf. Why hath made the ewe bleat for the lamb? It will be better you question with the wolf why he has made the mother sheep cry for killing the lamb. You means the female sheep. Why you can question with the wolf why he has made the means the female sheep cry for killing the lamb. I hope you are clear with the second thing that you can do instead of arguing with the Jew. Third thing, you may as well forbid the mountain pines. Pines means pine trees to wag. To wag means to wave their high tops. High tops means you forbid. It will be better to forbid the pine trees not to wave their high tops. High tops means the leaves, and to make no noise. When the leaves are moving, there is a sound. To make no noise when they are fretted. Fretted means blown with the gusts of heaven means with the gusts of heaven means the wind. When there is a wind, you forbid the pine trees not to wave their leaves and to make no noise. So these are the three things that can be done easily instead of arguing with the Jew. The first one is you go to the beach and ask the tide to reduce its usual height, or you question the wolf why he has made the female, the ewe means the sheep, the female sheep cry for killing the little one, or you forbid the pine trees to wave their leaves and to make no noise when there is the wind. Then it is one more thing. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that than which is harder. So you can do anything that is the hardest thing other than changing the decision of this particular Jew. So you can do the hardest thing in the world, but you will not be able to change the decision of Shylock. Which means you can soften the hardest thing, but it is impossible to soften the mind of Shylock. So you may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that. Means you can attempt to soften the most hardest things, but it is impossible to change the decision of Shylock. To soften the heart of Shylock. Therefore I do beseech you, make no more offers. Now you don't have to make any more offers, not of using any means, but with all brief and plain convenience, let me have judgment. So now we don't have to make any offers, now we don't have to use any means. Let him have the judgment, or I will go and accept the judgment and do his will. Let Shylock take his will, and I am ready to face the judgment. That's what Antonio tells at the end. Bassanio, now one more thing that is done by Bassanio now. For thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6. Okay? You are supposed to give 3,000, now you will give the double the amount. But it said, I do not require. Shylock, if every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. Even if you give me any amount of money, double or triple the amount of the money, I do not want them, I just want my bond. Now Duke is asking, how shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none? Rendering means when you do not show mercy to anyone, how do you expect the mercy of God? When you do not show mercy to anyone, how can you expect the mercy of God? So this is how Bassanio tried to change the mind of Shylock by offering the double the amount of money, but he doesn't accept, he needs only the bond. Now Duke is again trying, when you do not show mercy to anyone, how do you expect the mercy of God? So I hope you are clear. This is another lengthy video. Kindly take time to go through the video, and if there is any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.